I look crazy today. Okay, we need to first brush this out. I really hate sensory-wise that I put on this shirt before I am doing my hair. That's just like gonna drive me nuts because the sleeves. I feel like these extensions are... I should have grabbed the straightener so I could straighten it a bit. Hello, Mel. I feel like these extensions, I've gotten my hair done by the same girl since I think I was 19. Because I had Levi when I was 18 and then we moved here like a year after that. Anyway, since I was really young, and she's done my extensions forever, and I've always got the same kind of extensions, just done differently, basically, like the same brand. And I feel like these ones, for some reason, are so much more dry. That's a no for me, sis. That is a no for me. I slept on wet hair yesterday. Oh, I hate when I do that. What are we gonna do? We're gonna have to fix that. A little bit of dry shampoo. I feel like the only thing that I don't like about brown hair is that it shows the oils like way more. And that's really annoying because my hair gets oily after literally one day. So me and dry shampoo were besties. Hello, Taylor. Hi, Alyssa. I don't think I've seen Alyssa in here before. Maybe. Have I? My memory is so bad. I do remember Taylor. I try to remember names, but guys, even in real life, like, to adjust to the kids' school teachers' names takes me a while. Like, I'm always like, whose teacher is this one? And I'm very involved in their school stuff, so you'd think I'd be quicker than that. We're having coffee. We're actually having leftover coffee. Thank God I didn't finish mine yesterday and put it in the fridge because there was no creamer left this morning. Hello, Demi. I'm trying a bigger thing today because I was, like, for the kids' hair, I use a combo of this. I usually, like, do this first, and then I go in and, like, layer in some smaller curls. I just like the way that it looks, and so do they. Aw, Haley, thank you. But I did that. I've been doing that with my extensions, and even you guys are like, I feel like the curls are too tight. So we're going to try this. I feel like it's really big, but maybe because there's a lot more hair now. Do you know if there's a medication for a baby under 2 to help ease a stomach bug? Our whole house has been hit. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. We have had lots of sicknesses run through our house lately too, and it is brutal. So I am definitely thinking of you. What is the one we got? We recently found one because Millie had a fever. Genexa, I want to say. It has like no dyes, and our pediatrician even said, like, you know, if you're going to give a young kid medicine, that works really well. So I recommend you check out that one. Also, guys, don't even judge the way that you're going to see me curl my hair right now. It's atrocious. You know, speaking of apartment days, those days were really depressing for me. I was just like really lonely, and, you know, I just had a baby. I had definitely had baby blues and was just going through it, you know, like new mom stuff. Okay, we're gonna be doing this experiment together, okay? Anyways, I was definitely very alone, and in those days, I was like, oh my God, I'm like never gonna look back and think that I'm gonna miss these days, you know? And now, looking back, there was so much like hustle happening, and you know, they always say it's like the journey, not the destination. And that's definitely representative. It's definitely like a good way to explain that time in my life. And so now I'm like, gosh, remember like the apartment? Like, that's crazy, you know? And like, that's where I brought my first baby. I didn't bring him home, but like that was my first home with my first baby. And it's a lot of good things that, like, you know, after like 2 years went by, I was like, okay, it wasn't as traumatizing as it was like being in the moment. And that's a lot of things. Like, even our last house that was damn near detrimental to my existence, that technically we still actually own, which is so annoying. It's like, ugh, whatever. Anyways, it has so many problems. When we lived there, I'm like, God, I literally effing hate this house. I can't wait to get out. It's such a piece of crap. I mean, I loved it when we bought it, but there was so many things. Like, we had it inspected. And because when you buy a home, you get an inspector who comes and, like, looks at everything and then tells you what's wrong with it, blah, blah, blah. This thing is going to be the death of me. So, anyways, our inspector was like, yeah, I mean, it's an old house, but, like, nothing's going to, like, break down and, you know, whatever. Well, everything pretty much did. So, anyways, it was, like, really stressful in it. But now that we're out of that house, I can, like, see the beauty in it again. You know, like, when we go, I'm like, gosh, it is such a cute home. Like, I remember why we bought it, you know? Aww. I loved living with Grandma Kathy. Guys, she is just... I was thinking about it the other day. Like, she was my mother growing up because my mother wasn't very motherly. And, you know, I feel bad because I live so far away from her and I don't go to visit her. Why is the grandparent guilt such a real thing? But it's so hard with all the kids. And then if we do think about going there, she wants the kids to go. So it's not like, you know, I could say, oh, I'll come when I don't have the kids. Because she would be like, don't come. Don't bother coming. Not in a bad way, but, like, you know, they want to see the kids. So I get it. But then I'm like, gosh, then I feel guilty. Like, bring all the kids. I know I lived with you, but, like, I had just a newborn at that point. So, anyways. Okay, I don't hate this. We're going to see when we brush it out. The biggest mistake I made is I'm really starting off, like, wrong because I slept on wet hair, so I kind of screwed myself from the start. But yeah. Anyways, Preston took out Millie. He had to run some errands. And I like, followed them out like, wait, I don't like this. Where are you going? Just don't like being away from her, you know? Hold it forever. I'm in Alea's room, if you guys are wondering. She steals all my my hair tools, not utensils. So, right? This looks better than when they're tight. It'll look better too when I, like, finger brush it, but I'm gonna let it cool before. My hair does not hold a good curl, but the extensions hold it better, which is nice. Like, see, naturally I want to, like, break this in half, but then I feel like they're gonna be tight curls again. I can always go back after and go around. I got this curler off of Amazon, super cheap, like literally the cheapest one I could find, because I know this is odd, but I go through straighteners really quick, and curling irons, oh my gosh, I lose them, or like when we moved, I lost my crimper, and I was really upset because Alea loves having her hair crimped. Anyways, point being, I got literally the cheapest one. I will say, I feel like it does the job. It curls your hair, but I think there's a lot better curling irons out there that are better for your hair health. So, that's something to consider. No big pieces? What do you mean? Like, don't do big pieces? Or do big pieces? Like, this feels big enough. I used to hate my hair curled. I go in phases. Sometimes I still do hate it curled because I feel like I look like a mother. I mean, I am a mother, but sometimes you want to, like, be a mother but feel like a hot bitch. And it is hard to do both, let me tell you, especially when you're a mother to so freaking many. Okay, we can let's just kind of do this just to see. Okay, see, it's like just more natural. We need something fixed up here. Maybe I should do some small pieces up here. See, this is where I get out of control, guys. Hi from Ireland, finally catching a live. I know, I need to do better at doing them at different times. It's super hard. It used to be easier for me to do them at night, so that's when I'm kind of used to it. But as time goes on, I'm realizing that's actually not the case, because even if we don't have the kids, we just have so much we're doing in the afternoons. Weirdly enough, I don't know why. What are we doing? I don't know. I need to stop doing it. See, like, I just feel like these extensions are a lot more dry. I need to tell her when I get them fixed in March, I believe is when I'm going back. See if I can, like, switch brands of extensions or something. I love having my extensions back, but let me tell you, I don't miss the price. I walked out of there. Preston actually got it for me for Christmas, so he paid, but still, it was like, I think it was like $1,600. That was without tip, too. I was like, okay. Do we really want to get back into this, Kira? I have a vlog coming today, too. I really like this one, but I'm waiting for a brand to approve it. What kind of extensions? They are like the individual beaded ones, which is my favorite way. They just last a lot longer. They're way less noticeable if you wear your hair up. And you guys know I wear my hair up all the time. And then also if you're like me and like I part my hair to the side, so I have like a lot more hair on this side of my head. So like I need her to kind of even it out by adding more hair over here, and that's easier to do with like the single ones. But they are a little more expensive and you can't reuse them. Like when you do the wefts, she can just move them up essentially every 6 weeks. These after, K-tips, thank you. After 8 weeks or whatever, when you go in, oh my God, this thing up top is going to piss me off. They basically throw them out and you have to get new ones. So that's the only thing I don't like. Ow! I get it if you're not going to answer. I don't see your comments. Delaney? People do this to me all the time, and I don't know if it's like my Instagram filtering it. Yeah, Delaney, I do not see your comment at all. I don't know if Instagram's either filtering it, maybe if you're like using a swear word, or I don't know, does anybody else see her comment? It does this to me all the time, and I don't know. I feel like, and then people are like, you're ignoring me, and I'm like, I swear to God, I just don't see your comment. Ow. Yeah, see? I don't know why it does that. I could hear it sizzling, and I feel like it was burning my, like the actual extension, like the K-tip part of it. Okay, this is like not, you guys are not going to find this interesting, but I'm excited about it. I found a new way. Hope you can see this. Demi, I see yours, and Delaney, I see yours now. Like this comment, but I don't see the comment that you're referring to. Delaney, or Demi, I also didn't see your comment that I didn't respond to. How's the baby? She's so good. She learned to roll over now front to back. She is very easily bored, which is funny because I feel like usually the more kids you have, like the more, I don't know, they just kind of like hang out more because there's so much chaos going on around them. That is not the case with Millie. She like wants to be either not held necessarily. She just like likes to play. And I think also it's hard because when the kids are here, she has so much entertainment. Like they're always playing with her, picking her up and carrying her around. And then they're gone. And then it's like silence. And I think even, she struggles with that a little bit. As she gets older, it's easier because there's more things she can play with. Like right now, there's just not much she can do at 5 months old. I I just want you to be able to clear your name. I think posting a video explaining everything from start to finish. I'm not really sure what you're referring to. If you're talking about the situation from 3 years ago, I'm most definitely done talking about that. I have cleared my name, which I wouldn't even call it that. I've talked about it and explained what needs to be explained online, because like this is a real life situation, you know, and involved a lot of people, a lot more people than people realize. And I'm also never going to get online and like bash the father of my children. I will always have love and respect for him in the way that he is raising my children, you know, and I love my children and all their the parts of them, and a big part of them is their dad. So I'm never going to get online and say, you know, certain things that like led to the end of our relationship and all of that. Like, it just doesn't feel necessary. I've already gone online and talked about it more than I should have, because I was in a place of hurt and slight resentment, I guess you can say. And then also like when the whole world is suddenly coming at you, and so much of it, not all of it, but so much of it is wrong, you know, you can't help but just be like, wait, no, that's not true. Oh my gosh. I'm like, you know, I kind of panicked. And so I already said way more than needed to be said. And as much as like I owe you guys so much, and I'm so grateful for you in ways I can't even ever put into words, which sounds cheesy, but truly you can't put like something like that into a couple sentences. My relationship with the father of my children is way more important to me. And also, regardless of that, like, I love putting my life out there, but that's not something that needs to be out there, because that would just be drama. And there's kids involved, and we are still a family, like, together or not. And so, yeah, like, I feel like that is just not something, I don't know. And like, I get a lot of comments that are like, clear your name. And it's like, from what? Like, I got a separation. It was a very big deal online because of how I went about it, which I'm very regretful of. And I wish, trust me, I'm not a regretful person. That is something I regret. I wish I would have done it so much differently, but that's the way that it went. And I can't take that back. And it's led me to where I am today. And I think I've learned a lot of lessons because of it. So in that way, I don't regret it. But yeah, like, I'm sorry that, you know, it maybe let you down. I'm not going to like go into extreme detail, but that wouldn't do anybody any good. It would just be drama. And I'm not here to clear my name. Whoa, my phone's tilting. I'm here to connect with the people who wanted to be connected with and share my life and all of its ups and downs. And, you know, this is something that people do go through. Oh my gosh, somebody's car alarm keeps going off. Again, not in the same way and all of that, but like, this is real life and it happened. And for me, it happened very publicly, and I acted very immature and stupid about it. And I let my feelings get the best of me. And yeah, and maybe coming from a place of love. Like, I'm not trying to come at you at all by any means. I know you may want the best for me and just want people to not think those things. But I saw a TikTok yesterday that actually was like, oh shit, I'm not going to remember it. But like, basically people believe what they want to believe, you know? And like, if people really cared, I've been on the internet for a very long time, and I have one situation that went so horribly. And if you're going to forget everything you've ever seen and known about me because of that one situation, then you weren't really here to support in the first place, if that makes sense. And that's okay. You don't need to. Fill your feed with people who uplift you and who bring you motivation and make you feel good. And if I'm not that, then like, that's totally okay. I don't need to be that, you know? So that's kind of my feelings on it. I don't know. But I appreciate you. I'm not coming at you specifically by any means. I just see that a lot, and I just want people to know there's no clearing anything. How it is in my real life is what's important to me. And, you know, Oscar and I are in a good place. Like, we raise our kid. I think we do a great job at co-parenting. Do we want to hang out every day all the time? No, but we wouldn't be exes if that was the case. So like, I think we have a really healthy co-parenting relationship. I really appreciate that, you know, he chose a good woman to have in our kids' life as well. That's really important. And obviously that was one of my fears, is like, gosh, what if he picks some crazy psychopath who like, you know, causes problems or whatever. And that's not the case. I really like her. The kids really like her. Like, it really couldn't be better. The internet situation sucks, but I can only do so much, you know, about that. And I feel like at this point it's been 3 years. Like, you gotta just kind of let it go. When it comes to, sorry, I'm going back because I'm a little behind on comments. When it comes to, I talked about in a recent video, like how, you know, I think about people's comments before I even talk about things, and that's made me restrictive when it comes to filming. I'm not referring to my breakup at all. I'm referring to just like in general, you know, if you show, like if I show Alea's hair when she wakes up in the morning, people are like, oh my God, you don't do your daughter's hair. And it's like, oh my God. If you have a daughter, you understand you can do their hair 5 times a day, and by the time it's 5 p.m., their hair will no longer be done. You know, like things like that. Nothing that serious. I want to share Trust me, there has been times I have wanted to share my full side, but there's certain things that are more important than that, you know? It's not that simple. I tried to stay for you, Kira, but your careless comments and jokes are distasteful and rude. I'm not sure if you're talking about in this live. I don't know what you're referring to. No, your comment, I promise, I'm sorry if it comes off like, oh my gosh, what do we think about this? I feel like this side is more curly. I'm bothered by your comment. I'm really not. I'm just like, I feel like when it comes to that topic, I have to be very direct and straightforward, or it can go a lot of other directions. You know what I mean? Okay, we'll let that cool. Maybe that will help. It's definitely not free, but hey, free or not, I appreciate you being here. Even if you want to be negative, if it makes you feel better, then I will be your punching bag. That's okay. See, this is, I can't help it, but I need to fix this. I need to make this distracting because we have so many hairs up here, and then we need to do our makeup. I know, the clip in the shirt. Oh my gosh. In my car, I have, oh my gosh, excuse me. So many clips, like on my steering wheel, on my little shifter thing, like they're everywhere. And then I'm like, gosh, the other day I was thinking I have no clips. And then I kind of collected them all and I was like, wait, I have so many. Thank goodness I didn't go buy more. Exactly, Lena. Like, I feel like at this point, years later, what people want to believe, they will believe, you know, and all I can do is just be me. I think the only thing that has been really hurtful is, well, in the beginning, there was a lot of really hurtful things, but there's also like a lot of accountability I had to take and lessons that I had to learn. So it was good. But as time has gone on, people questioning my love and care for my children has always made me very frustrated because I feel like, and I shouldn't care, but when it comes to the mom stuff, I do care. Like, I love my kids more than literally anything. I will never put a man before my children. Like, my children are my everything, like as it should be. And I grew up with the opposite. I was never a priority. So I feel like I even go over the top to like prioritize my children. And so when people are like, oh, you're a bad mom, it is something that makes me like, am I a bad mom? Like, what am I do? Like, I already have so much mom guilt. Like, if you're a mom, you know that. So anyways, that was hard and still can be hard. Yeah, right? Like, see how this side is more, which side, guys? Is it more curly on one side? But yeah, that's been a hard obstacle to overcome. But I feel like all I can do is just try to be the best mom and not let internet comments get to me. And like, especially people in my real life that I've talked to about are like, you know, they always reassure me. And my friends are very straightforward. They're like me. Like, they just say things even sometimes they shouldn't say. And that really helps me. And like, you know, my kids are happy kids and they want to be at my house and I feel like that's always a big sign, right? Because like growing up, I told my mom straight up, like, I effing hate you. I can't wait to leave. Like, when is the legal age that I can go and live with my dad and you don't get a say in it? What is this random tangle? So I feel like, to me, I always like want to know, that's like a sign, right? Like, do the kids want to be at my house? And, you know, they do. And when they're gone, they FaceTime me, they call me, they text me, and those are things that reassure me too. Like, okay, all I can do is listen to my kids and what they feel and what they want. And I always try to make that important and make them know that's important. Like, you can tell me. But then sometimes it causes the opposite problem. Like, you guys are saying it's my bangs. Maybe I'll try to fix this one. Alea, my soon-to-be 8-year-old, is so honest. Sometimes it's so hard to, like, get her in trouble because she's like, well, you hurt my feelings. And I'm like, oh my gosh, am I being manipulated by a 7-year-old? Like, okay, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. And she's like, yeah, you should be, because blah, blah. She's just, this age is a curious age to, like, work with. I don't know, guys. Let's move on to our makeup and then we'll come back around because I feel like I just keep messing. Okay, the dog is just trying to scare the crap out of me. What did you think of Molly May's documentary? I actually really liked it. I do think if you're not a big fan of Molly May, it's not going to be that interesting because it's just a lot about Molly May, obviously. But, see, I just feel like this is why I always end up wearing my hair up. I love Molly May, so I thought it was good. I didn't even finish the last episode. But overall, I thought it was really good. And, you know, the Tommy and the alcohol thing made me feel really sad. I hope that he does actually, you know, work on it and that he realizes what a good woman he has because obviously, like, she really loves him and wants to make it work. I will say, I don't really care about, like, I mean, Preston knew who Tommy Fury was, so, like, when we watched Love Island and all that, he explained to me who he was. Well, then we found out that, because I loved Molly so much, that Tommy's brother, what the heck is his name, had a documentary, and, like, Molly and Tommy were in it a little bit, so we watched it. I could not finish it. I cannot stand that man. I think he abuses his wife. I think he abuses his children. I think that he is so toxic. He's manipulative. He's a gaslighter. I cannot stand him. So it makes me sad to know that, like, Tommy's a part of that family and, like, could potentially have any of those traits. And not to say that he does, because I, like, obviously don't freaking know. And even though he's a part of that family, like, it doesn't mean he has all those same issues, and he make a lot of efforts to not have those same issues. But regardless, like, just seeing, we're doing lazy makeup today. Just seeing his, what was I saying? I got distracted. Basically, I just can't stand his brother, and I hope he doesn't turn into his brother because I think there's a lot of potential for him. I think Molly is such a great wife, girlfriend, fiance, whatever you want to call it, partner, and I would be so sad to see him mess it up. All that being said, it is, like, not, we only see what they want us to see, and so, I don't know, I have learned from my own situations on the internet, which is obviously on a way smaller scale. You never frickin' know in any direction, so who knows? All I know is I really like Molly. I do know I can't stand his brother. And yeah, that's my TED Talk today on the Tyson and Tommy and Molly stuff. I will say I'm watching Love Island All-Stars this season. It is trash. It's so boring. Which I'm so sad. I really liked the first season, and I like the people in it, but I just don't, I don't love the season. Also, I've been using my hands to blend my foundation lately. And I actually don't hate it compared to a beauty blender. Like, I'm sure if I took a beauty blender and... Does she have any makeup blenders in here? I need to wash this for her. If I took a wet beauty blender and kind of blended anything after, it would look even better. But we're too lazy to do that right now. I need to be quicker. I've also been using like compact. I don't know, now I'm tempted to just leave my hair up. All that work. I just don't know, like, something about, it's not the K-tips, because I've done that before and I love it. It's just the kind of extensions. Do you listen to Dr. Becky? I do not. I've never heard of that. I'm so bad at listening to things, guys. The only time I really get the chance to listen to, like, podcasts and stuff, if it's a podcast, hold on a second. The only time I listen to stuff is really, like, on road trips, which we're actually going on a road trip. I think we're still, like, deciding if we want to go. I want to go. I just, like, right now, work is so busy, and also, we should have a lot going on, so I'm like, maybe I don't want to go. I don't know. Anyways, we might go on a road trip at the end of this week, and just to go see Preston's family and then my family. But if we do go, then I will have a chance to listen to this Dr. Becky gal. Ooh, she's a child psychiatrist. I read a book once that I think I've talked about it, but you guys should read it. It doesn't help because I don't remember the name. But it was about parenting. Oh, gosh. And it was so good. But I'll have to look at that, or look her up. If it's a her, I guess I'm really assuming it's a her. I took a psychology class after Levi was born for Shiggles. I didn't finish the class, of course. Who would I be if I finished? But it was really interesting and really insightful, but also added a lot of stress as a parent. Like, sometimes I think knowing all of it can be a lot. Like, mentally, it's a lot. Okay, I need to start doing my eyebrows again, but the kids played with my eyebrow pencil, and I've yet to see it since, so I need to get a new one. Now I put my makeup in this thing, and I keep it hidden, and they each have their own vanities and their own makeup. Preston bought the girls each their own vanity upstairs and put it in their room. Oh my gosh, you guys. The mess that they make, like, it's so good for them, but it's so messy. And, like, you know, Alea was obviously my first daughter, so I didn't do, I did a lot of those things, like letting her make a big mess with makeup and letting her, you guys probably remember, like, letting her wear whatever she wanted, because I feel like, you know, so many parents, and nothing against them, like, I don't know what I'm doing either, okay, we're all figuring it out, but, like, I feel like a lot of parents dress their kids so cute, but then they kind of grow up and, like, not everybody, but a lot of them don't have their own self-expression, This is really deep, okay? And so I tried with Alea to let her have her own self-expression. And not to mention she has like a passion for clothes, I guess we'll call it. I don't know. Clearly I don't have a passion for it. So anyways, I feel like it's paid off. Like, she dresses so cute and she's so good at makeup. Plus, she doesn't like to wear a lot of makeup. Whereas when I was always restricted from wearing makeup, so when I was allowed to wear makeup, girl, I wore so much. I love, like, smudging my eyeliner because then it doesn't really matter how it looks. I just do a little bit of this so that it makes my eyes a little bit darker. Dealing with childhood trauma while being a mom is difficult. Yes, I agree. Here I got a Breville. I don't know how to say that for Xmas. It will never use another coffee matter. My Keurig, I'm just like, you guys have seen my journey with coffee makers, and I've had a lot because I don't even like Starbucks coffee for one, so then to go spend so much money on it is ridiculous. But, you know, Keurig is such an easy go-to thing, but they always break on me so quick, and it's so frustrating. And I use filtered water, like I used bottled water, which I also think is so unnecessary. Like, you're boiling the water, and how come if I don't use bottled water, you're gonna break, and then also you break anyways? So, but I do like Keurig coffee, so it's hard. Anyways, mine broke. Now I have the drip coffee because I needed something that day. So Preston just went to the closest store before I had a tantrum and got our Mr. Coffee drip coffee, which I actually really like. Talking and doing this is not good. Why is those eyelashes like that? What is happening? I can see my eyelashes, like, from my... Anyways, I've seen a couple people on TikTok that I follow have I think it's what you're talking about. We have the Nespresso, and I really like it because it makes coffee and espresso, but it's very strong. Look at the difference. This is why you wear mascara, folks. And so I feel like I have to use a lot of creamer, and that part I don't like. But I do switch back and forth between my Nespresso and now the drip coffee. I like the drip coffee because it makes a lot. And between Preston and I, we drink a lot of coffee in a day. So it's nice to, like, have it ready and hot. I keep hearing things, and there's a lot of it. But I like I said, I follow a couple people who have that, and maybe I should look into it. I'm gonna sneeze. Why always when I put mascara on? Also, to the person that said you've had it for 3 years, I had one that did last me a couple years. And then when that one broke, I got a different one. And ever since, like, the last 2 years, they've just, maybe it's karma. I don't know. My coffee makers are just like, screw you. The Nespresso is still going strong, but... Preston usually adds Nespresso. I'm going to scream. I don't know if it's this mirror. I never do my mascara in this mirror. He adds the Nespresso to his coffee. It's so funny. Before me, he didn't even drink coffee. Oh my gosh, you guys. I know we're always on TV talk, and not everybody's into that, but you need to watch The Silo on Apple TV. It is so good. Nova, what are you doing? What are you eating? You are so strange. You're gonna make yourself sick. She was eating these little flowers that you put on. This is so bizarre that she did that. She is not like that. Anyways, it's really good. It's a good couple show because it's not like a chick flick. So I highly recommend that you guys look into that if you're in need of a new show. Let's see. Does Leia have a lip gloss in here? She does. She has so much cute stuff. Like, I love her. She's at such a fun age. Okay. Tastes good. She told me the other day this one's her favorite. I can tell why, because it tastes good. Any trips planned? We need a little bit of color here. Let's see what we got. Potentially, yes. We might go to town this weekend. We haven't fully decided. And we would just be going to see his family and then my family. It's just so much work to travel with, like, deciding if we bring the dogs or leaving them somewhere else, which we don't like leaving them for that long. I don't really like pink, but I need a little something here. This lighting is not good in here at all. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. I know the dogs want to come in. Okay, that's better. I feel like with my dark hair, I cannot wear like any light lips or it really makes my face look odd. Okay, we're gonna wash those for her. She's so cute. I just love, like, Preston and I keep talking about what a fun age. She has this locked drawer underneath that has her diary in it. It's funny, the kids have been making vlogs and I edit them for them and send them to them just like over text, and so they can watch on their iPads and, you know, send it to their friends or family or whatever. And it is so cute. It is so funny. The other day, Alea filmed one and she didn't know I was going to edit that one. And she's sitting with her friends and, like, talking about, like, how old are you? What grade are you in? Do you talk to boys? I'm like, oh my God. Like, how are we already at this age, you know? Okay, what do we do, guys? Do we leave this up? This is such bad lighting. It makes me disgusted. Oh, the pizza pillow. That's actually Levi's pillow. What do we think? What do we think? I think I'm going to leave it up. Especially because with kids, it's just the baby messes with my hair and then running around taking the kids to sports. I can stick you guys here with my thing. I love that. Okay, let's also, she's going to get mad at me, but I guess I'll just leave that stuff there because I don't know where she's going to. I don't want to mess with her organization. She has this Forever 21 Watermelon Crush body mist. It smells so good. Every time she sprays it and comes out of her room, I'm like, can I have some? It smells so good. Oh, yes, that smells so good. And then she has her little bubble thing and her little face cream. She got this for Christmas. And then Pixie sends me stuff all the time, which I'm so grateful for because I do love their things, like their foot mask, their or not their foot mask. I'm thinking of Patchology. What is it? Oh, the vitamin C lotion that I think I showed it on like a Clean With Me or something. I love that stuff. I use it very carefully though because there's not that much. I definitely will be repurchasing. Anyways, they send a lot of these sprays and I just don't find that I use them that much. When I lived in Palm Desert, aka Palm Springs, I used sprays all the time because I was so hot, but I don't really use them that much and she uses them all the time. So I always give her the sprays. What else does she got in here? Just some necklaces. Oh, I see she has my mama necklace. Her rings. She has this just cute little brush holder. So fun. Okay, we need to put this back so we don't get in trouble. I need to get her some more earrings. She gets scared that if she takes her earrings out, because she got them pierced. I showed you guys when I got her ears pierced. Well, they ended up closing because she just didn't wear earrings that often. She was really young. And so then when she got older, she wanted them done. We had to get them re-pierced, and she did not like that. I didn't make her. I told her, like, hey, we actually left the salon because she was too scared. And then she was like, hey, I'm ready. Let's go back. We took her back and got her ears pierced. And now, which she actually didn't need them fully re-pierced. The lady just, like, took, because we went to a tattoo shop, because that's where you're supposed to go to, like, get them actually done. If you want them done well. We did Claire's the first time. Or no, we didn't do Claire's, but we did, like, a ear piercing place similar to Claire's in the middle of the mall. Anyways, they just, like, poked a thing through her ear to get it open again, and ever since she, like, won't, if she changes her earrings, like, it's right away. She does not wait. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and getting ready with me. This was kind of a chaotic one. I'm gonna go get started on my day before I have to get the kids from school. I really am grateful for you guys and watching and subscribing. I know that there's free content out there, so you doing the extra to subscribe means a very lot to me. Bye, guys.